Good morning and welcome to the Crawford County Board of Commissioners meeting for October 12th. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance from Commissioner Wiederspan.
All rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Francis.
You're welcome, sir.
I need approval of minutes from the meeting on September 28th, 2022.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
I need approval of the minutes from the work session on October 5th, 2022.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Soft.
Aye.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes. I need approval of the payment of bills in the amount of $2,124,692.62 for the period ending October 11th, 2022.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
There were no executive sessions and any public comment. Thank you. We'll start with Crawford County Hospital Authority. Mr. Swick.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning, John.
I'm here on a simple matter to reappoint Joe Roddy to a full 3-year term. Mr. Roddy filled the term of Wally Irwin, and now his term is up in January of 2023, so we would look to have the commissioners appoint him for a full 3-year term commencing January 2023.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, John.
The Crawford County Coroner. You going to handle it, Gene? Okay. Gene is going to handle this for us.
Coroner's office is requesting approval to pay the bill for the state inspection and windshield replacement on the 2010 Dodge Caravan in the amount of $591.65. The windshield itself is $522.91 and will be reimbursed by the county insurance company.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Soft.
Aye.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes. Thank you. Juvenile probation.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Holly.
Morning, Holly.
I'm seeking approval to ratify a bill from Scoble Company to repair the heat exchange unit on our roof at juvenile probation in the amount of $2,980.90. This was on a back order, so it was just repaired recently.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Domestic relations.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Cheney Hoyle with Domestic Relations
Hey, Kitty.
for Carla Smith. And we are here to ratify the purchase of 2 Lexmark toner cartridges in the amount of $603.99 each from Staples for a total cost of $1,207.98.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Public safety. Morning, Greg.
Morning, Greg. Morning, Greg.
We're just asking this morning for your approval to receive a grant from PEMA in the amount of $52,336 from their interconnectivity fund, which we use to offset the cost of maintaining our next generation 911 GIS data. That'll use a portion of the technician's 2023 wages and benefits.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Soft.
Aye.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you. Thanks, Greg.
The correctional facility will be handled by Commissioner Wiederspan.
Yeah, I'd like to ask the permission to ratify the purchase of 2 water storage tanks to replace one larger one at the correctional facility. It was original to when the facility was first built, and the maintenance crew out there has done a good job keeping it going this long, but it's end of life, so requesting that ratification.
Are you making the motion?
I'll let you do that.
All right, I'll move.
I'll second.
How's that? You wouldn't do it the first time. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Wiederspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Thank you, Frank. Crawford County Sheriff, Sheriff Powers.
Morning.
Morning, Dave.
Morning, Dave.
I'm here to ask you to approve the purchase of 2 Mossberg 590 shotguns with weapon lights, tactical slings, and ammo carriers. They total $1,870. We're going to pay for this by trading in the 5 assorted old shotguns we have for $1,675. What'll cost the county $195, and we're going to take that out of the calendar fund.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
The Tax Claim Bureau.
Good morning.
Morning,
Morning,
Christine.
I'm here to ask for approval of contract with Government Software Services for tax billing services. This contract has been reviewed by Keith Button.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
B, I'm going to hold off on until the next meeting. I
Okay.
wanted to have further discussion on that. And C, I'm asking for approval for payment to the Titusville Herald in the amount of $5,527.25. And this is for advertisement cost of the 2022 tax upset sale. It is also a budgeted item.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Crawford County Planning.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning,
Morning,
Zach.
Zach.
First item this morning, we're seeking approval to pay invoice number 5141 from CATA in the amount of $194.10 for their August 2022 Rural Family and Workforce Transit Program expenses. This is paid for out of fiscal year 2019 CDBG program.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Next, we're asking approval to pay invoice number 77256 from the Meadville Tribune in the amount of $290.25 for public notice for the program modification of the City of Meadville CDBG program regarding the Market House project. This is paid for out of the City of Meadville's fiscal year 2019 CDBG program.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Next, we're asking for approval of a resolution authorizing the submission of the fiscal year 2022 CDBG application by Crawford County's Planning Office.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Next, we're asking for approval to pay invoices number 35, 36, and 37 from Stifler McGraw Associates in the amount of $190.50 for engineering services associated with the following projects: Richmond Township's CDBG program, $63.50, Beaver Township's CDBG project, $63.50, and Steuben Township's CDBG project, $63.50. These all three are being paid out of fiscal year 2019 CDBG program.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Next, I'm asking for ratification of a travel request in the amount of $1,182.48 for Thomas Gilbertson to attend the Pennsylvania American Planning Association's conference in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. This was a budgeted item.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Next, I'm asking for approval to accept the Crawford County Planning's 2022 annual report submission.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Next, asking for approval to issue a proclamation that making October, since October is National Community Planning Month.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
And finally, we're asking for approval to pay invoice number 163471 from HRG Incorporated in the amount of $20,400 for their engineering services associated with the ARC Power Grant. That is paid for out of our ARC grant funding.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Thank you, sir.
Very much.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks, Zach.
Crawford County Maintenance.
Morning.
Morning,
Mark.
Ask and ratify approval to pay invoices for the courthouse remodel, the window replacement project for $262,237.50, and this is for United Contractors.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Asking approval to pay an invoice for Tower Engineering. This is for the courthouse HVAC project for $2,626.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Asking approval to pay Perry Construction, application number 5 for work done on the courthouse HVAC project for $534,311.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Asking to ratify approval to pay Perry Construction to have Amark Environmental abate the lead paint on the first floor ceiling in the courthouse for $37,910.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Asking to ratify approval to pay invoices for the ADA ramp project in front of the courthouse for $166,275 payable to the Gilday Group.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Asking approval to install a new water softener system at the courthouse from Culligan Water for $7,789.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Asking to ratify approval to install a new 4-inch gate valve at the courthouse on the boiler to Scobell Company for $1,378.62.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Asking to ratify approval to pay Gary Torrett to install manure during the fair for $4,281, and this will be reimbursed by the fair board.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Asking to ratify approval to pay invoices for Tri-County Industries. This is for dumpster service during the fair for $8,078. This also will be reimbursed by the fair board.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Asking to ratify approval to purchase hydraulic cylinder. This is for the power steering on the John Deere tractor at the fairgrounds from Land Pro Equipment for $656.70.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Asking to approve to pay Clarion Environmental to remove asbestos shingles on the shop out at Sagertown for $8,621.22.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Asking to ratify approval to pay Fink Tires to buy 4 tires for $1,134.88. This will be paid for with liquid fuels money.
So moved.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Asking to ratify approval to pay Fink Tires for 6 tires for another truck for $1,445.12, also to be paid for with liquid fuels money.
So moved.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Asking approval to pay the Eads Group estimate number 26, Part 1 for the Whiteman Road Bridge, County Bridge number 14, $3,257.97, also to be paid for with liquid fuels money.
Make that motion.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Asking approval to pay an invoice from Brian Noah, the county project manager, for $3,856.50 for professional services from September 1st to September 30th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
And asking to ratify approval to pay an invoice to Rave Environmental Systems. This is for a service called the Renewed Life Haven. They were called for no hot water. To get that fixed for $1,444.50. This will be paid for by Human Services.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Soft.
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mark.
Mark.
Human Services.
Morning,
Morning, Sue.
Morning, Sue.
I'm seeking to ratify payment to the Center for Family Services for the delivery of ERAP 2 services through 9/28/22, totaling $96,223.31. No cost to the county, all paid with ERAP 2 funds.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Goff,
Aye.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
I'm seeking approval for the appointment of Krista Gear to the CCHS Advisory Board. Her term would begin on 10/12/22 and expire on 12/31/22. We would be seeking reappointment at that time.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Goff,
Aye.
I'm seeking approval for the appointment of Tammy Farrell to the CCHS Advisory Board. Her term would begin 1/1/23 and expire on 12/31/25.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Goff,
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
I'm seeking approval of the fiscal year 22-23 SOC contract with Joseph Markowitz for delivery of a facilitated student county leadership summit for various Crawford County schools. The cost of the leadership summit is $1,500 plus $300 for the facilitator's liability insurance. There's no cost to the county, all paid with SOC funds.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Goff,
Aye.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
I'm seeking approval of the F1 amendment to the Bethesda Lutheran CYS JP fiscal year 22-23 contract. The provider changed the location of several programs. The rates for each program are not changing from the original contract.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Goff,
Aye.
Seeking approval of the F1 amendment to the Vocational and Psychological Services CYS JP fiscal year 22-23 contract. We're amending the contract to add 2 services to the rate sheet in order to streamline the billing process.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Goff,
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
I'm seeking approval of the fiscal year 22-23 MHIDEI contract with Valonia Industries for community participation support in medical environment, and transportation. These are the same services that we contracted for in fiscal year 21-22. The rates for all services remain the same, except for mental health transportation has decreased due to they had a pandemic enhanced rate and they went lower. These rates are set by the state.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Goff,
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
And finally, I'm seeking approval of the fiscal year 22-23 MHIDEI contract with Youth Advocate Programs for in-home and community supports, companion services, support in medical environment, respite, habilitation, and chore homemaker services. These are the same services that we contracted for in fiscal year 21-22. The rates for in-home and community supports, companion services, and support medical environment are listed as per ISP because they're ID set rates. And the rates for the mental health funded respite, habilitation, and chore homemaker have been increased to match the ID state set rates.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan,
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Goff.
Aye.
Thank you,
Thank
Sue.
you.
Thanks, Sue.
Finance.
Good
Morning,
morning.
Stephanie.
Good
Morning,
morning,
Stephanie.
For your approval, I have invoices totaling $103,202.66. These were detailed at last week's work session.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Goff,
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
And for your ratification, there are invoices totaling $805,427.50, also detailed at last week's work session.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Goff,
Aye.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Human Resources.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Brittany.
Morning, Brittany.
I'm requesting approval for the agreement with Pension Technology Group, Inc. PTG is a software system for use in connection with maintaining the retirement system data for payroll. The maintenance and hosting fees are $20,000 per year for 10 years, and we will be billed $5,000 on a quarterly basis. This will be used in conjunction with MUNIS.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? These are the companies you looked at, right? The model
Correct.
ones. Okay, I just didn't want to make sure. Thank you. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Weiderspan.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Goff.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Fair Board, if Branches will handle that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask to table that, no pun intended, but I got the cart before the horse. The Fair Board hasn't voted on these contracts yet, and we do our approval or disapproval after they vote on them.
We can do that.
I'd ask to hold off on that one.
Okay, and the Commissioner's Office?
They're requesting approval of reimbursement of hotel expense to a solicitor for attendance at the 2022 CCAP Solicitors Conference in Harrisburg on 9/30/22 in the amount of $127.65.
So moved.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded. Any discussions? Roll call.
Wiederspin,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Aye.
Okay, we have some new hires in packet.
I'd make a motion we approve the request of new hires and employee transfers as detailed in our packet today.
I will second.
Probably moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Henry,
Yes.
Stock,
Aye.
Wiederspin.
Yes.
Okay. Just for future information, we have a work session on the 19th, the next full session on the 26th. Commissioner comments, Commissioner Wiederspin.
I'd like to say it's good to be back in the courthouse, and I thought things went very well for the 2 weeks that we were closed, and hats off to the contractors. They did a great job getting everything done, and actually a little more than they thought they would, so good to be back.
Commissioner Saul.
Thank you. Just a reminder to folks that the Voter Services Office is continuing to process mail-in and absentee ballot applications and mailing those ballots out. To date, as of this morning, we've sent out about 5,000 or so mail-in and absentee ballots and have received about 2,000 of those back. So again, I encourage you to not wait when you receive your ballot. I encourage you to fill it out and return it as quickly as possible. Of course, those can be received physically in our office no later than 8 p.m. on election night. So remember that, please. And I have a plea, actually. We have, I think the Voter Services Office has done a great job, and the community has responded very well to pretty much fill all of our boards of election for the various voting precincts. We do have one, though, in the borough of Centerville that we still need at least one person to assist with Election Day in Centerville. You don't have to live in Centerville to help us out and work that precinct all day. If you don't live in Centerville, though, we would, of course, encourage you to apply for and fill out either a mail-in or absentee ballot, because you will be spending all day election day from at least 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. at that precinct. So again, we still need at least one person. Two would be great. If you are interested, please call the Voter Services Office and talk to Jess or Heather or Reggie, 814-333-7307. Again, thank you to everyone who has signed up to be a poll worker in various locations throughout the county. We just have this one that we could still use somebody.
If I may, Commissioner, I would add, Centerville's not a super busy precinct, so if somebody wants to get their feet wet and try being a poll worker, it'd be a good place to start, because
Yes,
you won't be swamped, and be a good way to get your feet wet.
that's a great point. Thank you.
Good. I would just like to thank the Fairfield Township Supervisors for using their ARPA dollars to match with ours to enhance their broadband in that township. They're the first township to do that, and I really appreciate them having the foresight to look into that. You still have the opportunity to do that as a township. They've got their second round of money. If that's interest your township, I would encourage you to talk to your supervisors and see if they'd like to do similar projects. We're looking forward to that in the future, so we do appreciate that. With that being said, there's no other business. I would ask for a motion for adjournment.
So move.
Second.
We are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'd like to bring the salary board meeting to order for October 12th. We'll start with the approval of minutes from the September 28th meeting.
So moved.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. There was one executive session on October 3rd for the Crawford County Care Center. Now motions before the board. Human Resources.
Hello again.
Hello.
I'm requesting ratification for the rate of the emergency transfer of Samantha Wozniak, full-time temporary payroll benefit specialist, transferring from accounting payroll assistant, replacing Ellie Donnell, effective 10/10/2022 at 17 per hour. Obviously, Ellie is not leaving us, but this is the temporary position Ellie was put in when she took over for Margaret.
Make that motion.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded. We were going to wonder, Ellie, what you didn't tell us. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
The next one's for the Care Center, so I'm requesting to ratify the rate for the emergency transfer of Carla Salowitz, full-time human resources payroll specialist, transferring from program manager Don Rell, replacing Lainey Bozzaro, effective 10/10/2022 at $19 per hour.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You'll handle it this one.
Request to ratify the rate for the emergency transfer of Mariba Ramsey, per diem activity aide, transferring from per diem TNA, replacing Tyler Bloom, effective 9/22/2022 at $11.50 per hour. So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Request to set the rate for the new hire of Alexa Roan, per diem activity aide, replacing Sherry Koshbaum, effective 10/13/2022 is $11.50 per hour.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carried. You want to do that one too? Sure.
Ratify the rate for the emergency new hire of Ryan Park, per diem custodian, an unfilled position, effective 10/4/2022 at $12 per hour. So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Is there any other business brought before the salary board? If not, I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
We are adjourned. Thank you. I'd like to bring the retirement board meeting to order for October 12th. Need approval of the minutes from the September 28th meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And we're ready for you, Gina.
Okay, I make the motion for Vicky Castile, formerly of the Correctional Facility, to begin retirement with a start date of 7/2/2001, last date paid 9/26/2008, and interest through 10/12/22.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next, I make the motion for Tammy Williams, formerly of the Care Center, to begin retirement with a start date of 1/4/1993, last date paid in interest through 9/15/22.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? I'd just like to say Tammy provided a multitude of years of service to us, and she traveled in the winter from the northeastern portion of Crawford County for that entire existence, and she's happy not to travel anymore, she said. So she's looking forward to this winter, she said, for the first time. So, any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next, I make the motion for Lindsay Parkhurst, formerly of APO, to roll over retirement with a start date of 9/27/2021, last date paid in interest through 9/13/22.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next, I make the motion for Tony McIntyre, formerly of the Sheriff's Office, to withdraw retirement with a start date of 7/1/21, last date paid in interest through 9/23/22.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
And last, I make the motion to approve the Corn Ferry invoice number 195255841 for September 22 actuarial services in the amount of $2,151 paid from the retirement checking account.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Is there any other business to be brought before the retirement board? Not, I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
We are adjourned. Thank you. We do have an election board.
We do have a brief election board meeting. Okay. I will then call the election board meeting to order for October 12th and ask for a motion to approve the minutes from our September 14th, 2022 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any questions or comments? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We need to set the pre-canvass and canvass times for Election Day, Tuesday, November 8th. We have set the pre-canvass times in the past from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Canvass we have set from 8:30 to 10:30, 8:30 to 11, kind of thing. So I would ask the board what your prerogative is. I would say that starting pre-canvass at 2 o'clock allows me a longer opportunity to visit the precincts in the center part of the county. So I'd ask you to consider that. If anybody would like to make a motion to what I proposed here or some different times.
I'll make a motion that we go with the time suggested on our agenda and, for pre-canvassing and canvassing.
I'll second.
Okay, so the pre-canvass time then from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., canvassing from 8:30 to 10:30, and then daily from 9 a.m. to 4:30 until we are completed is the motion and the second. All those in favor signify by
Just
saying aye.
One quick discussion
Yes,
point.
sure.
I do want to add that what has been asked to help get through this process quicker did not occur, and that is time to sort through the ballots prior to the day of the election.
Correct.
So I just want to clarify, when people wonder about the time and the process it takes for us to do this, that would be a helpful suggestion, which was not approved, correct, from the state?
That is correct.
Okay.
We have been asking for that for a couple of years now, and the legislature, frankly, has failed us in giving counties across the Commonwealth that accommodation. They did, however, pass legislation that if you accept some money from the state would require you to start pre-canvass at 7 a.m. and continue uninterrupted until finished, and then start canvassing at 8 p.m. on election night and continue uninterrupted until finished. And that we don't think is something that will help ensure that the vote count is accurate by paying to bring in people who maybe have no connection to an election. So,
Well, Francis and I both agreed our bedtime was 11 p.m.
yeah,
So we-
yeah,
There is that.
that's very true.
Well, I just want that to know, because when people talk about process and time, there was a discussion point that if we would have taken that grant money, we would have had results quicker. And I still would attest that we do a good job of maintaining security of our ballots, and the process we have is systematic, and we get through it when we can. And
Absolutely
we
right.
try to do our best, and I think we do it in a timely manner.
Right.
So
Right. And if the state really wanted to have more timely overall official results, they would institute qualified write-in
that
candidates.
would be great.
We spend hours, frankly, days and days going through and adjudicating write-in votes for the various offices,
Good point.
whether local, state, or federal. So,
Good point.
again, two things that could really impact in a positive way how election results are reported and the timeliness of them, but they just don't seem to want to listen to counties when we make those requests. But anyway, other comments? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carried. And just a note that normally we're required, of course, to start tabulation on the Friday after the election. That date this year is Veterans Day, Friday, November 11th. So we will be off that day. We'll not be working the weekend. We will start the official tabulation process, according to the state, will begin at Monday morning, November 14th at 9 a.m. But my sense is we'll still be in the adjudication mode at that point. Next order of business, as we do, is we need to approve both our tabulators and alternate tabulators. That should say for the general election. I would encourage or ask that my tabulator will be Christopher Seeley. Francis, your tabulator, Jennifer McCarl, and Eric, yours will be Marlo Uri. We don't always need alternate tabulators, but it's appropriate to have them in place in case that we do need to use their services during the results process. So I would ask for a motion to approve both the tabulators and alternate tabulators for the general election.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any questions or comments?
I'd just say, on the few occasions that our three alternates have served in the past, they've done a great job.
They absolutely have.
And
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
glad to have them willing to do that again.
Yes, yes, they've been a great help, no doubt. Not all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carried. Any other business to come before the election board? I see none. Yeah, Keith?
With the tabulation, you normally have to do it on Friday. I realize that's a holiday
At the start.
at the start. What about the swearing in though? Because usually you got sworn on that Friday.
Yeah, the swearing in will occur on Monday morning, the 14th, because we're not here. There-
I
Yeah,
understand,
obviously.
sir.
So swearing in will be Monday morning, the 14th at 9 o'clock, prior to us then continuing with the day.
Okay, is there a provision in the state law you could swear in early and?
I'm not aware of that. I'm not saying there is or isn't, I'm just not aware
I
of
was
that.
just wondering, because again,
Um,
it happens every once in a while.
Yeah.
The way the election falls and-
We can research that after, and we'll make that note at a subsequent election board meeting. We'll publicize that. If nothing else then, I'd ask for a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, we are adjourned.